All right, so for the recap, this case study follows Claire Monroe, who is tasked with a new marketing plan to target female baseball fans. Claire Monroe works for the Central New York Crusaders, which is a minor league team, and they play at Apple Field. Apple Field was not known to be the best stadium. They didn't have the greatest playing conditions. It wasn't the cleanest. I think it talked about in the case how Claire noticed that there were only two female restrooms, both located on the opposite sides of the stadium, so it was not very accessible for female baseball fans. It also talked about how the the stadium was not kept very well in terms of cleanliness, and that was probably something that deterred fans from coming to the stadium. So the Central New York Crusaders play in Cortland, New York, with a population of around 49,000 and about 18,000 households, the average household income being around $46,000. And the demographics was about 51.1% female from what Claire found. So in her research, she identified market segments, and Claire came up with two kind of profiles for the people that she would want to market to. So the first being Cindy, which was a 21 to 25-year-old college student or recent graduate. They were identified to be single and around a $26,000 household income. So for Cindy, talks about how Cindy was a student or they work in food service, hospitality, or maybe a teacher. In terms of lifestyle, Cindy enjoys socializing with her friends, um, and they root for local teams. So being in New York or Cortland, New York, this team would appeal to them. And in terms of social media, Cindy would be present on almost all medias, but notably Facebook, Twitter, The Daily Show. They read the college newspaper, so on and so forth. Um, and next we have Kathy, who was a around age 25 to 35, a young mother, about one or two children. They were either married or could be a single mother, and the average household income would be around $37,000. So Kathy would Kathy would live in a single family home towards the outskirts of town. In terms of occupation, Kathy could either be a nurse, teacher, small business owner, stay-at-home mother, and pretty much for lifestyle, Kathy is very family oriented. She wants her children to, get outside, play sports, be involved in activities. And yeah, so as for media and communications, Kathy is pretty much present on social media, primarily using Facebook or reading the newspaper, paying attention to local news, so on and so forth. And yeah, so based on these two demographics, Claire kind of came up with different marketing plans. Oops. Okay, so bringing her proposal back to her boss, this is what Claire kind of came up with after all the research. Um, the first being ticket sales to female groups and families. Next, merchandising opportunities beyond Pink It and Shrink It for the female fan. And lastly, sponsorship opportunities for brands trying to reach the female market, including brands aiming for the child and youth markets. And yeah, that's the recap.